Weekend, but right now it's time to get going into the first event of Tom Horn Days 2024. Let's get ready to head out as we get ready to say hello to over nearly 30 teams getting set to go. So here's how it's going to set up. The header has to stay behind that orange cord until the flag drops here at the yellow cord. Mr. Rands, our official right there. From there on, it goes to the basic team roping knees as we get ready to go to Reins, Stewart. Kelton Stewart, you guys are first set to go. We'll look at 3 legal head catches. Half head around the neck or slick around the horn. All right, also a little different, which as you can see across here with an open pasture team roping is of course a different game overall, but it is a 3-loop limit. 3-loop limit. So once again, the header stays behind the orange cord until the flag drops here from the official at the yellow line. From then on, 3 legal head catches. Bind 2, clean run, 1 back foot will add 5, and that will change it up. We're looking at 2 rounds coming to us this afternoon. 2 rounds, and what that means is it will take an average side of things to go towards the top 4 that come back in the performance coming up tonight. Right now, though, Ryan and Kelton Stewart, let's go to the family team. Regan Herbert, McCall Carnahan, you're on deck. Miguel Garcia, Christy Brankler, you'll be in the whole thing about it. As we do, of course, I want you to take a look around here this afternoon all weekend along with these amazing banners that you see before you. You know, there's so many great people, volunteers, Rands and himself, Seeley Rodeo Company, to make this happen. But those amazing partners that you see, I want you to take those in. Remember who they are. And whether you get the chance to shop with them or not, at least have the chance to stop in, say hi, say hello, and thank them for bringing you the 2024 Tom Horn Days. We say a big thank you to our friends at Cinch Jeans and Shirts. Of course, Wyoming Livestock Roundup, Western Ag Reporter, and Livestock Exchange. As we go to our event VIP sponsors, Rodeo Life, our presenting sponsor once again for 2024. And let's set it up with the first round of the afternoon. As they make their way down, I'll tell you what we got from the big sky view. We're going to go ahead and shot on the grain. We got a runner to the nose. We're going to reach way down today. A little out of range. Now remember, it is a 3-loop limit. We're going to see what we can do. Head shot to make his way on. Heel shot will come in to set the trap. And I believe it's going to be a little tough start right now in the first run of the afternoon. As we set up now, we'll go to the heel shot. And what that is going to do, once again, a big thank you to our officials out there for judging everything that they have and volunteering to do. As we get ready to finish out the run there to the north, of course, a big thank you to our friends Janet Gerstring and the crew for all that they do, our buckle sponsors of the Team Ropers. And right there, waving the flag's going to mean a no time for Ryan and Kelton Stewart. Let's change it up. Regan Herbert, McCall Carnahan, you're getting set to go. Miguel Garcia, Christy Brankler, you'll be looking like on deck. Now, when we're talking about the long range side of things, and especially in the open pasture team roping, what can happen there is when we mention the average, if we can get a qualified run put together in the first round, that gives them time to work out the second, an opportunity to make their way into tonight. Manu, headshot, not going to work. Regroup, reloop, rebound. And I believe that's not going to work. And we'll be talking about a no time there as well as we move to Miguel Garcia, Christy Brankler. So many great things are happening here. Just today alone, I want to give a quick reminder, the historian will be with you right here behind me at 1 p.m. to give amazing historic stories about Tom Horn and the days that he lived here in Wyoming. And of course, a new addition here to Tom Horn Days is the cabin that you see behind here that goes back and is believed to have been with Tom Horn Days. And Tom Horn himself that has been brought here to the Seeley Ranch in Bosler, Wyoming as a part of that great history. And right now we're going to go with first qualified run. We'll add 5 with back leg. It's going to be a 27-4 with the 5. 27-4 as we go to Chris Cuthbertson, Tucker Cole. Clinton Small, Todd Graham will be on deck getting ready. I want to remind you again, inside of that historic cabin that now joins us, as well as next to the trailer that sits beside it, the raffles are on. And what that means is that we'll draw the winners tonight before the concert once we get done with the bronc riding performance. And what amazing items there are. Over $30,000 in giveaway prizes between the trailer, the handmade saddle, and the Tom Horn replica rifle. Of course, Cimarron 18, continual lever action, chambered 45-60. Phenomenal items, gives you an amazing chance to win prizes that you won't see anywhere else. And also, by being a part of those, you are helping us continue to grow into the next few years of Tom Horn Days. Let's make it work. Let's go to Chris Cuthbertson, Tucker Cole. Chasing the 27-4 is the only time on the leaderboard right now, continuing through round number 1. Let's take a shot at it. Brody's going to go to the head side. That'll put Bay on the heels. Looking for 1 of 3 legal head catches. Going to be a swing and a miss. We'll cover him up from behind, and that'll take them out of the money. I have an idea. With a no time there.
That one's busted out.
Clinton Small, Todd Graham, we're set for you guys. Guy Davis, Colton Rohr. Be thinking about it. I mentioned that the VIP is kicking off with the baked potato bar across the way from noon to 2. I want to remind everyone else there are amazing vendors here with amazing food, as well as artwork, jewelry, tax, amazing historic items, you name it. We have it right here in our vendor alley behind us. Meanwhile, to the north, we're going to set up a heel shot. Headshot's looking good. We got to change it around with the bay. I want to give a quick reminder to everyone to be careful and stay clear of the pasture while events are going on. There's a lot going on, and we want the safety of you as our top priority. Right now, though, waving the flag, Mr. Tyler Erickson's going to be in no time there as well. Guy Davis, Colton Rohr, let's take a look at you guys. Brent Kilmer, Tucker Cole. You'll be getting ready. Bring the speed, and you know, I want you to take a look throughout this weekend, not only the bucket horses, but also the Donovan horses you're going to see. A lot of the cowboys you're watching, Reins and rodeo cowboys, everyday ranch cowboys that do this as a lifestyle each and every day. Take a look at how amazing these horsepower that happens to come right here to Tom Horn Days that you're going to be watching at their work vehicle every day. On the back end, we're going to be smooth. That'll be the first clean run of the afternoon. That'll be a 33-1. 33-1. Let's go to Brent Kilmer, Tucker Cole. Alan Cooney, Heidi Cooney, you'll be on deck. On the leaderboard right now, though, 27-4, 33-1. Are the only 2 qualified times right now making their way through round number 1. As we go to Brent and Tucker. Moving into noon, beer garden's getting ready to happen, as that will continue tonight, all the way through the action. I mentioned the bronc riding performance. Don't forget, concerts kick off as well. Sam Munsick, Sterling Drake, and in the VIP, Brennan Scott Green is happening once again, as it did last night. Big thank you to all our VIPs as well for what you're doing here this year. As we move the healer and switch sides, we're still doing on the hand side. That'll take a little bit of horsepower right now. We're going to reach way out there for that second headshot. Not going to work out. That'll be at no time for Brent and Tucker. We get ready to go. Allen, Heine Cooney. Let's take a look at you guys. Josh Dreyer, Dwight Arnold. Have it on your mind. Of course, Tana Kersing brings us the buckles of the team roping, but we want to thank the buckle sponsors of each and every event here this afternoon. CNA Feeds takes us to the ranch for home grinding tonight, and Wyoming Winds Gifts take us tomorrow to the roping action of the Muley Roping and Breakaway after Cowboy Church. I want to remind you to join us for that as well. So many great things happening all throughout tonight and into tomorrow as we set up and work our way down. Once again, we're looking at 27 teams coming to us this afternoon as we go to the first roping event of the day. I want to remind you we're working with a lot of horsepower here, and of course anything can happen in an open pasture side of things. So we do have a farrier here. I want to let everybody know about that. Right here to the north of the announcer stand by the wall tent, there is a farrier if you need him. Alan, Heidi Cooney, let's go to you guys. Alan, Heidi Cooney, second call, let's roll. Josh Dreyer, Dwight Arnold. We go to Josh Dwight, Tim White, Regan Herbert. You're on deck, get ready. That'll take us on the dun to the head side. We're going fishing. We'll turn it, set it up, fastest run of the afternoon. Oh, what coulda, shoulda, woulda been. Sorrow gonna take to regroup. We still got a chance. We're working with a 3-loop limit. We'll set it back up and set the trap. That is not going to work out for Josh and White. That'll be a no time there. Tim White and Regan Herbert. Colton Rourke, Josh Dreyer. Have it on your mind. I want to remind you, we mentioned the VIP opening from noon to 2. Tomorrow morning with Cowboy Church, of course. Sunday morning, everyone is welcome. Fresh homemade coffee and donuts from 8:30 to 10:30. Enjoy those as we take you into the Muley and the Breakaway roping. We wrapped up the barrel racing as well earlier this morning of the Cowgirls, and what better way than to bring it back into the fastest event of rodeo in the Breakaway. Let's take a look. Tim White, Regan Herbert. Let's take the Sealy Rodeo Wild Punch Out game. Let's take the action. Headshot, slick around the horns will do it. Buckskin will cover at the back end, and we go to the trap. Oh, no. That'll be a no time. No time for Tim and Regan. Colton Rourke, Josh Dreyer, Ryan and Kelton Stewart. You're coming up right after this. With only 2 qualifying times on the board right now. Want to thank a few of our amazing shoot sponsors as well. Happy Toymaker and Grand Avenue Urgent Care for being with us. So we'll talk about them later on. And the Ranch Bronc riding coming up tonight. Want to remind you about those raffles. You do not have to be present to win, but if you are, we will be drawing them right before the concert across the way there at the stage. Let's take a headshot. We're looking good. Back feet's been the issue. We're working with a lot of nylon rope on the header side. That'll give him a chance to get his new belt back. And all right, everything's gonna get settled down. I believe we're looking at a no time there. For Colton and Josh Dreyer, Ryan, Kelton Stewart, let's take it to you. Tucker Cole, Chris Cuthbertson. You'll be coming up next. I want to give a big thank you once again to all the Sealy Rodeo Company crew in the back pins, keeping things running smooth. Let's do a smooth run. Family team, Ryan, Kelton, Stewart. We're going to talk about several state contestants throughout the next 2 rounds. That's a special part about what you see in an event like this in the open pasture. And we'll take a look at our officials. Down below, it's all up to their final call. And that's going to be a no time there. That'll take it to a no time for Ryan and Kelton. Tucker Cole, Chris Cuthbertson. You're up. Clinton Small, Todd Graham. Think about it. Well, we thanked a lot of great partners and a lot of great people, and especially to you that are joining us, the crowd here at Tom Horn Days. We give a big thank you, whether this is your first year or you've been coming to us since the beginning. We appreciate your time and energy that you put into coming out here this weekend. Right now, though, let's put a little energy into a head horse as we continue to search for it. Well, like McDonald's, we're going to call him fast food right now, and that's going to be a no time there for Tucker and Chris. Clinton Small, Todd Graham, let's take it to you, Peyton Hayes, Colton Rourke. All right, so correction on it, we're going to Peyton Havens, Colton Rourke. Let's go Peyton Havens, Colton Rourke. That's where we're at right now. Brent Kilmer, Tucker Cole. We're changing a few things around. Paul Beckett, Tony Shipley. So what we're doing right now is that they are out there gathering their ropes up and horses, so to keep everything healthy for the horses, allow them a good break and keep everything smooth for them. That is what we're doing. Paul Beckett, Tony Shipley. Let's roll to you guys. All right now, once again, Paul Beckett, Tony Shipley, let's work with him. Headshots, gonna take a break.
Sorry, sir.
That'll send the heel man into the action as we try to catch up, do a little bit of work with it. I believe we're going to take a shot, and that's going to be a no time from the north. I'm going to go with Brent Kilmer. Our Brent and Chris here. All right, Brent and Chris, let's go to you. Dwight Arnold, Josh Dreyer, be thinking about it. Set to go. Chasing a 27-4 right now in the number 1 spot. Brent Kilmer, Chris Cuthbertson. Let's make it work. All right, little paint covering him up the head side. That'll work. Turn it over to Ronnie on the heels. 1 loop, 1 scoop. Not going to work out. That'll take it to the rebuild. Now, we are looking at one of the closest we've caught so far already this afternoon, so we could shape it up. Once again, we're chasing a 27-4, the number 1 spot. Only 2 qualified times already here in round number 1, as we look to an average side come out of round number 2. That'll be in no time there for Brent and Chris. Dwight Arnold, Josh Dreyer. I'm going to take it to you guys. Peyton Havens, Colton Rourke, if you're with us, be getting ready. So we get the ropes off, get ready to go. Once again, Dwight Arnold, Josh Dreyer. We mentioned earlier Miguel Garcia, Christy Bragler with 27-4 in the number 1 spot. Guy Davis, Colton Rourke, you're sitting in the top 2. As we say a big thank you once again to Rodeo Life, our presenting sponsor, who has been not only this year, but for many, many years in the past. It takes everyone, and we say a big thank you to them for all that they do. Of course, the Rodeo Life, the Sealy Rodeo, and the Tom Horn Day swag, that is right over here in the trailer as well. You can check that out as you get entered into your raffles. As we get closer to the end of the run of cattle, we'd like to ask any volunteers to help us with the regather out there as we make them around to the east there of the stage. We'll be regathering here shortly. So many great people, not only Reins himself, but of course, all of the special ladies that make this happen in our secretary's office. Of course, we say a big thank you to Brenda Bowen, Laura Martin, and Leanne Fox for all that they're doing this weekend. On the business side of things, and speaking of business, let's get to it. All right, working with it, Dwight Arnold, Josh Dreyer. Headshot back in, hillside. Pull up 1, that'll have 5. With the 5, that is going to move them to number 1, still 17-5. And we're going to check out Peyton Havens, Colton Rourke, if they're with us. I believe we're looking good. Peyton Havens, Colton Rourke. go to you. Brent Kilmer, Tucker Cole, we're going to try to catch you back up here in just a moment. And with that, a new leader takes to the leaderboard. The White Arnold Josh Driver, 17-5. Now once again, remember it goes to an average side come round 2. Let's take it, Peyton Havens, Colton Roar. Inside is going to be on that outside horn, not going to be looking good on number 1 shot. We're going to take a little bit of a detour for just a moment. We'll check out the scenic side of Bosler, Wyoming. Unfortunately, we're not going to take the scenic side of the paying window. That'll be a no time for Peyton and Colt. Brent Kilmer, Tucker Cole. Let's move there. Clay Brown, Rody Brown, you're on deck getting ready. We want to give a big thank you as well to our VIP personnel for all they are doing with the amazing meals, helping our special people have a special time. And of course to Fred and Scott Green performing in the VIP section both nights. A huge thank you there. Alright, match a set of bays. Brent Kilmer, Tucker Cole. We've talked about them before. We're going to match them up for one time in round number 1. Headshot takes to it. Back in, heel side. We're together up a little more than we bargained for. Not going to be a legal heel catch.
I didn't know if I'd have to be in the back helping.
Now go to rebuild. Now the handle on the steer, what you're watching out of these contestants here, I want you to watch not only the horsepower I mentioned of the horsemanship, but how they handle cattle. Especially the team rope event from the head side, that head handle really sets the position up for the heater to lay a trap on those back feet. However, this is the Wild West in this team rope of the open pasture. A little different game than being in your regular rodeo arena. And they're going to know exactly the circumstances they're working with. As we say, in no time, unfortunately, for Brent Kilmer, Tucker Cole. Clay and Rody Brown, let's move to you. McCall Carnahan, Regan Herbert. Let's swap you guys around on the head and heel side. Clay and Rody, get ready to head there. Gun of the game. Let's take the headshot. Play around the horn. Well, the down shot is put together. That'll move to a no time. Unfortunately for Clay and Rody. McCall Carnahan, Regan Herbert. Let's go to a team we talked about starting off, team number 2. We're going to switch them around on the head and heel sides. Put them to work. Todd Graham, Clinton Small, you're coming up in 1. All right, as we work down, we're down to about the final 7 teams. If we can have some volunteers, go help us get to the cattle to keep it moving. We'd greatly appreciate it. Right now, though, on the back end, we're going to pick up 1. Time inside the last 5. Total time. With the 5, it's going to be an 18-7. 18-7 with the 5 puts them right now in the number 2 spot. Todd Graham, Clinton Small. Let's move to you guys. Brent Kilmer, Chris Cuthbertson. You're getting set to go as well. Once again, if we have any great volunteers of our contestants, we'd appreciate it if you'd help gather the cattle there to the east of the stage. As we get ready to go to the Wild Bunch out gate, we'll say thank you to Wild Bunch as well as Chug Springs Butchery. No more empty saddles, and our friends of Tri-County Mercantile and Buckaroo Tack House. Big thank you to them for their shoot sponsorship. When we take a look at the rough stock later on tonight. Right now, turn your attention to the north. Covered up back in. No go on the feet. We are starting to get a little close to the umbrellas already this afternoon. When we take to the bucking horses tonight, I want to give you just a little reminder that the bucking horses will be right where you're watching the team roping. So keep that in mind as you put your chair and vehicle parked. Let's go to a +5 on the back end. That'll be a 34-9 with the 5. 34-9 for Don Graham, Clinton Small. Brent Kilmer, Chris Cuthbertson. Go to you, Kelton Stewart, Ryan Stewart, family team. You're coming up on deck. Oh, I want you to take a look at a horse race that's about to happen. We're going to blow it to them about 35 miles an hour on the Wyoming pastures of Bosler. Headshot. Oh. We're going to have a ricochet. We'll move the heater to the header. That'll move us to the second loop of our 3-loop limit. And that's going to do no time there. Kelton Stewart, Ryan Stewart, we're taking it back to the family team, Rhodey and Clay Brown. Let's keep it with families as you guys are on deck. Two family teams back to back. Kelton Ryan Stewart going to start it off. Let's take a look. All right. Let's go to mini equine, but Dynamite comes in small packages. Take a look at the speed. Young got a headshot. Oh no. We're going to take a look at little elevation to the either side. Just look at his headshot.
That's like my little baby right there.
Unfortunately, we're going to put a little speed into that. It's going to be a double time for Kelton Ryan Stewart. Rhodey and Clay Brown. Let's go to a team looking for a comeback loop. We talked about them earlier on, swapping ends, head and heel side. All right. We're going to get everything reset, ready to gather cattle. As we do, I want to remind you that it is 11:53, so we're just a few minutes away from kicking open our beer stand. Coming up right underneath of me here, as we wind down to the final 4 teams. 3 teams, correction. Final 3 coming up in round number 1. Unofficially on the leaderboard, going towards round number 2. Take a look at number 1 of a 17-5 for Dwight Arnold, Josh Dreyer. 18-7 for McCall Carnahan, Reagan Herbert. That'll be looking at the top 2. 27-4, Miguel Garcia, Christy Breitler. Being the top 3. Going to a 33-1, Guy Davis, Colton Rohr. However, in an anything can change scenario is open pasture. You can look at that to change going into round number 2. That does not secure them a spot in the top 4 until it's all said and done into our final long round coming up later this afternoon. Gibson cracks the gate on the Wild Bunch. Let's go to it. Dwight Arnold, Paul Beckett, be getting ready. Let's move into it. Gonna be in 17 seconds, under 20 for sure to get to the top four. It's coming down to a time event right now. That all four's not gonna let us go. We'll slick around the horn catch. Rebound shot's gonna do it though, but that'll take a little time to read through on the building side. Working for a shot at the average. Let's go to the back end. That is going to pick up one. That'll put 5 in the total. That's going to be a 34-1 with 5. 34-1. Final team of round number 1. Dwight Arnold, Paul Beckett. This will set up how we take a look at a round number 2 in the average. Anything can happen, and especially with the pasture side of things, not truly guaranteed that we're going to see 2 get caught in the 2 rounds. When it comes down to the fastest on 1, which is exactly what can happen here at Tom Horn Days, anything can happen. Especially when you put it on this kind of setup on the pastures of Wyoming. Let's say a big thank you to Wyoming Livestock Roundup, the weekly news source for ranchers, farmers, and the agribusiness community. Say a thank you to them. Say a thank you to each and every one of our team roping teams this afternoon. And let's try to get Dwight Arnold, Paul Beckett, the Saturday night of 2024 Tom Horn Day. Headshot number 1. We're going to follow through. That'll put it up. Handles in. Field side. Put it together. That'll put 1. Put a 5 on the clock. And that'll be 20.9. 20.9. That'll make them look inside the top 5. Unofficially, Dwight Arnold, Josh Dreyer, 17-5, leading round number 1. An 18-7 from McCall Carnahan, Regan Herbert, followed by a 19 flat from Rodeo and Clay Brown. And then we're going to take a look at the run we just watched for 20.9 Dwight Arnold, Paul Beckett. That's all unofficial right now. We'll leave it up to our amazing timers and secretaries. And we will be back at 2 o'clock for round number 2. Meanwhile, though, it is noon.